Ada gave birth to 2 more children. Each time, their joy was short-lived, as both children also died at the age of 3. Once upon a time in the city of Enugu, where the sun rose gently, casting a warm glow on a pastry shop that had become a beloved landmark. Its owner, a woman known for her delectable treats and warm smile, had once been the embodiment of happiness and hope. Her name was Ada, and her journey was one marked by joy, sorrow, and unimaginable betrayal. Ada got married to her university sweetheart Chike soon after graduation. Their love was pure and strong, and they looked forward to building a family together. Ada's best friend, Angela, was there every step of the way. Angela had been Ada's confidant since their university days, and their bond seemed unbreakable. Ada and Chike's happiness grew with the birth of their first child, a beautiful baby boy. However, just as they began to settle into the rhythm of life, tragedy struck. On his 3rd birthday, their son fell mysteriously ill and passed away. The grief was overwhelming, but Ada and Chike found solace in each other and hoped for better days. Over the years, Ada gave birth to 2 more children. Each time, their joy was short-lived, as both children also died at the age of 3. The weight of these losses took a toll on their marriage. People began calling Ada names. They say she eats her own children. Chike, unable to bear the sorrow, eventually left the marriage, leaving Ada to navigate her heartache alone. Determined to find a way to cope, Ada poured all her energy into her baking business. She started small, but her talent and dedication soon made her pastry shop a favorite among locals. Her signature pastries brought joy to many, even as her own heart remained heavy with grief. The success of her shop brought some comfort, but Ada's nights were still haunted by the memories of her lost children. Despite the pain, she persevered, finding purpose in her work. Through all the ups and downs, Angela remained by Ada's side. Angela never got married, nor had children, choosing instead to live her life to the fullest, without any commitment. She was always there with a comforting word and a shoulder to cry on. Their friendship seemed like the only beautiful thing in Ada's life. Angela was vibrant and full of life, and her presence brought a semblance of normalcy to Ada's otherwise sorrowful existence. She often told Ada that she didn't need a husband or children to be happy, and Ada admired her friend's strength and independence. On Angela's 55 years birthday, Ada organized a grand celebration, hoping to bring some joy into their lives. The event was a success, filled with laughter and joy. But just weeks later, Angela fell ill. Despite months of treatment, her condition worsened. she was diagnosed with cancer. Ada stood by her friend's side through the exhausting rounds of chemotherapy, offering support and love. Angela's illness brought back memories of the helplessness Ada felt during her children's illnesses, and the fear of losing her best friend weighed heavily on her heart. One day, as Angela lay in her hospital bed, she held Ada's hand and spoke with a gravity that sent chills down Ada's spine. "I may not survive this, Ada," Angela said, her voice trembling. "But there is something I need to tell you, something I've been hiding for years." Ada was confused, unable to fathom what Angela could mean. "Forgive me," Angela continued. "You have been my best friend for 25 years, and I have done you a great wrong." Ada's heart raised as Angela revealed a shocking truth. "Do you remember when Chike, your ex-husband, saw us for the first time back in the university? I had my eyes on him first, but he was suddenly interested in you. Everyone loved you, and it made me feel like I didn't exist. You always stole my shine anytime we went out. I was jealous and angry. When you got married, I was vexed. I was the one who's supposed to wear that beautiful gown standing with Chike. Even though I was your maid of honor, I vowed to see you cry. I promised myself that you would be unhappy just like I was. I made sure your kids died at age 3. It was me behind it all. I felt so fulfilled when Chike left you. At least we were in the same situation of unhappiness and loneliness." Ada's words shattered as she listened to Angela's confession. Tears streamed down her face as she struggled to comprehend the magnitude of her friend's betrayal. "Why, Angela? Why would you do this?" she asked, her voice breaking. "I loved you. My kids loved you. They called you second mommy with their tiny voices. It does not mean anything to you?" Angela's eyes filled with regret. "I was consumed by jealousy and bitterness. I hated the fact that you had everything I wanted. I can't change what I did, but I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me." Ada left the hospital in a daze, her mind racing with conflicting emotions. She couldn't believe that her best friend, the one person she had trusted above all others, was responsible for her greatest pain. The betrayal was too much to bear. 2 days later, Angela passed away. Ada attended the funeral, but her heart was heavy with anger and sorrow. She realized how cruel life had been to her, not only taking away her kids and husband, but also betraying her with one person she had trusted the most. In the days following Angela's confession and subsequent passing, Ada struggled to come to terms with the magnitude of the betrayal. The woman she had trusted the most who had been by her side through every high and low, had been the architect of her deepest pain. Ada's children, her marriage, and happiness had been destroyed by Angela's jealousy and bitterness. As the days turned into weeks, Ada found herself unable to escape the torment of her thoughts. Every corner of her shop, every smiling customer reminded her of the love and trust she had once cherished from her friend, which were all pretense. One evening, after closing the shop, Ada sat at her kitchen table, surrounded by the tools of her trade. She thought of her children, whose lives had been cut short, and of Chike, her ex-husband, who had left her to cope with her grief alone. She thought of Angela. The pain was too overwhelming. In a final act of finding peace, Ada wrote a letter. She detailed her wishes for her properties to be given to charity, hoping that in death she could bring some light to others' lives. Ada then took her own life, hoping to reunite with her lost kids in a place free from pain and betrayal. The story of Ada is a powerful reminder of the destructive power of jealousy and bitterness. It shows how these emotions, if left unchecked, can lead to unimaginable pain and suffering for others. It also highlights the importance of forgiveness, understanding, and the need for human connection and communication. Ada's life, though filled with sorrow, also teaches us about resilience and the strength found in pursuing one's passion and helping others, even in the face of overwhelming grief.